Um, my precious gemstones. Was that vine always there? Um, is my starting screen okay? Was that. Were these always here? Hello, my precious gemstones. I thought this game could not shock me anymore. Let's just play the game. It's fine. It's fine. Let me just pop these in. I knew I forgot something. That's better. Okay. We got our alien employees. Also, apparently this game's had a bit of an update too, so a few things will work better, like these guys with their restock. Allegedly. Run to the car wash. Sprint faster than a car. Yeah, this looks like she looks like she owns this. You know, she got that soccer parent look about her. At least I hope she's a soccer parent. And doesn't offer lollies to kids. Run to the repair shop. Hello, Cloven Feet. Behave yourself. Alright, let's pump up the tyre. 2.6. That, and that. F, shift. Don't blow the battery. Shift. Excellent. You see, where's Bob? Bob is supposed to be. He's our alien. Or does he only show up at night? I hope he shows up tonight. No, I have been thinking about this game for, like, ever since the last stream. Like, it is so. It's just the story. It is gripping. It's. You just don't know what to expect. And I tell you what, it'd be a great game to prank your friends with. Yeah, this is just a nice, cozy game. Lovely and cozy. Nothing in this game can hurt you. Nothing in this game can hurt you. And the thing is, right, I've been watching I don't know how I managed to go down this rabbit hole, but I am down the Sonic.exe rabbit hole. Creepy pasta. This game would just be like the best. Now, let's go check if Bob's here. Bye, kid. Yes. So Bob shows up at time. Awesome. What are these things? I don't know anymore. Alright. Let's have a look and see what the little brats have or have not done. So we've got our goods. No, they missed a spot. That's okay. They're only young. We make allowances. We have no fluids. Alright, how are we doing for lollies? Oops. Nope. Might get some more smaller bars too. How are we going for petrol? Well, first, well, you got a retro switcher. Interesting. Let's upgrade the petrol tank. So how much petrol? That is a lot of petrol. Oh, we did want to buy it, so let's just start off here, shall we? Goods. We need fluid. Some more of those. Definitely some more of those. And we wanted lolly bars. Some of those. Awesome. That should keep us going for a little while, especially with the upgrades we've just thrown in. So spooky being in the petrol station alone. Especially with everything that's been going on in this game. Now we just wait for our goods delivery. Okay. Now these are the ones that make money for us because we got the alien thing happening, so let's come over here. Also, I don't really like the thought that the same box that has the lolly bars in it, the chocky bars, is the same box that has the motor fluid in it. I mean, is no one thinking cross-contamination here? Anyway, let's just go to bed and nothing will happen. Thank goodness. lobster. Kiddos are here. Wow. We have got some markup happening on our petrol. Run to the car wash. I'm so glad all the customers are so patient. Go. Quickly. Uh-oh. Which one is it? Oh, it's Dr. Eric. Lovely. I've held back for a long time, but can you at least hint at what they study in this Area 23? As I said, I was a simple ophthalmologist. But you must have heard something. I have, of course, but I'm not sure it wasn't deliberate disinformation. What was it? That all the rumours about UFOs are a disinformation campaign whose purpose is to divert attention from the real object of study. Which is something beneath the lake. Now, according to Marge, that lake has no bottom, so who knows? Beneath the lake. Yes, that is all I can say. Well, thanks for that. Oh, blimey. Run to the repair shop. Oh, nice and simple one. 2.2. Fill her up. Hop. That's gone. Nice. Wander back over to the shop. Admire the view. Because those are definitely birds and not anything else. Let's go down to the lake. Wait, why is that door open? What? What is that? Bigfoot. That's not how I imagined. Oh. That's not how I imagined it. To be fair, that's not how I imagined Bigfoot either. Me neither. But footprints belong to him. Was it you who heard him? Oh, you better not. Fucking mess you up. Yes. But you didn't kill him. I wavered at the last moment and missed the shot. So you want to save him now? The wound is not deep. I've already cleaned it. But I'll have to take care of him for a while. But who are they really? Well, in fact, they really are a relic species. Whatever that means. And no hypnosis, no healing blood? I don't think so. And this one's just a kid. I found the egg he hatched from close by in the cave. How is that possible? I don't know. There was a glacier there, maybe it thawed. I've heard that some species can survive being frozen. And clearly they're not going to survive you. You twant. So what now? Are you going to train him? Make him a hunting lizard? Can you take care of him when I'm gone? Oh, you injured him, and now you're just going to abandon the poor thing. Oh my. Oh, I cannot with this guy. What do you mean? I've already outlived the doctor's prognosis by a couple of weeks. Crikey, mother of God, this game. Are you terminally ill? Is that why you went looking for Bigfoot? But it didn't pan out. When I realised he was a baby, I thought it was too early for him to cross the other side with me. What would I have to do? Feed him until he can hunt on his own again. He's good at avoiding trouble already. He couldn't avoid you, could he? Poor kid. Considering how long he managed to escape me. Good instinct. Fine, I'll visit him. Well, maybe I can stay here for a while too. It's alright, I'm still here. I am so glad I went down to the lake now. The poor baby! Like, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of characters, like, they're all weird. There is not one single character here, including us, who has all their faculties. But at least all of the others are relatively harmless. What? What's going on? Okay. I mean, this place seems to be running itself now, thankfully. Thank goodness. Alright. Have a good evening, kids. Do your homework. Wash behind your ears. Stay safe. I need to go and check up on him. Oh, great, we've got the mist. Let's go see what Bobby's doing. Down at the tyre place. He's a good sort. Yeah, he's fine. He's not hurting anyone. Unlike certain other people. Oh my goodness. Actually, let's continue on this way. Make sure there are no Dianas. Rave is still going on without us. The red dot is still on the mountain. Nothing in there. Run, little tanuki, run. I mean, honestly, I don't think we really need to order too much more petrol. How are all the shelves? Yeah, I think we can leave all of... Oh, wait, we need to... turn the light on because that's safer. Let's go and see how the souvenirs are going. Alright, we need some souvenirs. Whoop. Actually, first, let's... Alright. Oh, we can order. Oh, okay. Get it to order items too. Get it down to 4 pieces. Let's... Obviously, we're going for a UFO build here. Although... you know what, let's... Alright, let's set that up. Okay, we've got an AI. Let's just go to bed. Hope nothing happens. Thank goodness. Although then again, let's run to the repair shop. Alright, let's start. Nice and simple. I don't know, charging the battery I think is like the most nerve-wracking for me. Okay, one thing I wish that was a little bit better about this game is the layout. And like, have everything a little bit closer together. Oh, this car was definitely stolen. Run back to the repair shop. Oh yay, lots of customers at the repair shop. Alright, remove the cat. 2.7. Add some points. That. Wait for the next customer to arrive. Alright, let's get the battery done. Tire. 2.2. Awesome. rush back to the repair shop. What a repair. I'll explode anyone's tires. Fill her up. Hope we get no creepy customers today. Actually, let's go check on Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot's okay. Good. Feels so unbelievable that he hurt the poor creature. Alright. That's some oil. Hey Avalon! Good to see you. Shit. Give me 1 second. And we found Bigfoot. And yeah. Yeah. Some of our customers, seriously. Let's come over here, go down the lake, go across, Avalon, Bigfoot. Bigfoot, Avalon. And this crocodile Dundee, shot him. And now is trying to nurse him back to health. I mean, they want us to feel sorry for him. Yes, the dinosaur is Bigfoot. And the crocodile shot him. You are able to follow all that? How are the shelves? You know what? Stop it. I'm not using this. I'll just do it myself. That. Yeah, reptile on reptile crime. It's quite horrifying, really. I mean, Bigfoot's only a baby. Poor little baby dinosaur. Order some more ice cream. Honestly, I completely forgot what's on the shelf, so I'm just going to water stuff. Because why not? My shop. Can do what I want. And they got plenty of room in the warehouse, which is awesome. drinks. Place an order. Also, we upgraded our fuel tank, and yeah, we can have as much petrol as we want. 10,000 litres. Why not? Yeah, we've basically got everything. We just need... Okay, so yeah. So the parking lot is what we'll aim for next. I honestly have no idea where this story is going. Like, I said at the beginning of the stream that this game, like, I didn't think it'd be able to shock me. But here we are. Colour me shocked. Now, before we go, let's just go down here, see if our screen's changed at all. Oh, we are dangerously close to 250. I don't know what happens when we hit 250. But yep, we've got plenty of glasses. Here. Bring that down. All right. That looks good enough. Some of those. Awesome. The kids. That's all they had, so I'll let them off on that one. Alright. We good. Let's just go to bed and everything will be fine. Everything is still fine. The thing we got to worry about now is profits. And I'm not talking about Bill. Different kind of profit. No, I say that's definitely his car. Although I reckon he's robbed a bank at some point. I mean, what else do you need a car that size for? Charge the battery. Take that off. Playing with electricity is scary. Right, let's pop some oil in. Oh, collected. Nothing weird happening here. Everything is just fine. Absolutely peachy. Absolutely. I mean, I think my cat disagrees with me, but oh, back to the repair shop. Tire. Oops, shift. Wait until I've pumped up this tire, kitty cat. Sorry, the cat has decided. Oh! Okay. Alright. Sorry, chat. I'll be back 1 second. I am being meowed at. Sorry about that, my precious gemstones. Kitty cat. We'll wash the car first, and then we will deal with whatever is at the register. I'm sure it can wait. Run, Tanuki, run. Oh boy, who is it? Oh, it's this guy. They're buying a lot of glasses. Now that one you simply couldn't have missed. No, please, miss, don't tell me you saw something again and I missed it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. But how can this be? I keep watch nearly every night. What was it? What did you see? It was a bit like the Northern Lights, but there was a hint of a forced loop? Yes, your description seems fitting. Which means tonight is the final phase, and I definitely won't miss it. Wait, tonight is the final phase? What is that mountain going to do to us? Any more customers in here? Nope. All the brats are bratted off. You know what? I'm going to do a spot of fishing and see if I can't get enough dough to fix up the parking lot. Yoink! Wow, they're only worth $1 now? Let's go down to the lake and see what we can. Okay, the game really does not want me making money. Nope, they're still there. They're still happy. Good. Footmore. That looks like something that could get my Twitch account banned. Hey, it was $500. Am I the only one who sees the connection between a foot-themed fish bringing in that much money? This game, I swear. There are 2 foot fish. And only one looks like it should be on OnlyFans. Gotcha. I think after you catch a certain number of them. Avalon, you are not kidding. Like, I don't know whether it's because of the mining, whatever is going on in Area 23. Yeah. That's... yoink. Okay, well, we've got enough money now to upgrade the car park, so let's leave the only fish to only fishing. I just said that. On the phone? We have underground parking. Fair dinkum. Also, I want to go down. And see if we're at 250 over 250 yet. Oh, we are. Oh. Oh! What are these? Sorry again, chat. Kat has decided she wants back in. What's the matter? You were meowing at the door, so I let you in. Oh, there she is. You're going to say hi to all your precious gemstones out there? You say, hello, I'm having a snit. Because I'm a kitty cat. What do you think those symbols are, Shaney? Do you think you can figure them out? Or do you not care and you just want me to let you go? You go to bed. Good girl. All right. Although that looks like, I'm sure I've seen that before. Anyway. It hasn't exploded, so we will just put this down as a tomorrow problem. What's going on? What was that noise outside? Oh boy, we're gonna get weirded out again. Oh! Chat? My beloved precious gemstones? It looks like Cloven Peak has gotten a little overexcited and has I'm sorry, the mountain's coming. That is a mountain orgasm. Looks like you managed not to miss all the action this time. Yes. It's pretty. What does it mean? I think it's the signal. Going where? Yes, Avalon, that is peak foolish. Oh dear. But this game, you know, we're just going and whee! Right off course. We're all adults here. To the ancestors. Whom? Where is that? The Orion's Belt. The top of the Cloven Peak points there once every 12,000 years. How is that possible? Precision. It would take too long to explain. Let's just admire it. What are they transmitting? I don't know. Maybe a message that everything is fine. Or maybe the opposite. All I know is that according to ancient texts, the Central Pyramid collects information from all the others along the ley lines that sends it home. So all mountains are pyramids and they're all communicating with each other. Let's just all hope they don't have a rocky relationship. What will happen if they get a signal that everything is bad? I'm afraid we'll never know. Both options can mean something good or something bad for our civilization. But it will be hundreds, if not thousands of years before we face the consequences of what we are seeing now. I see. Actually, no. But I think these might be the computer. 1 second, chat. time, take notes. I've never used this pen before in my life, so look, let's just enter these into the computer and see what happens. So we got oops, alien, Harry Potter, moon, triangle, nothing on this one, and nothing on that one. Okay. While the okay, we can't go down there tonight. All right, we'll try it tomorrow night then. I cannot with this game, seriously. Actually, we could go down there now. All right, we've got foot, alien, Harry Potter, moon, triangle, and I'm guessing that's oh. Let's go through the door and see what happens. Had someone told me 5 years ago that I'd end up behind the fence of the great and terrifying Area 23 and in such a role, I'd have never believed it. Nor would I have believed what a dummy it really was. No prison cells, no UFO hangars, just an old, useless missile base with a dozen empty silos and a bunch of generic underground corridors. Excuse me. Well, one of my theories can be safely trashed. Pity, that was my favourite one. However, the utilities here are in surprisingly good condition. The insulation is also good, perfect for the project's purposes. Are we in Area 20? Are we under the lake? We're under the lake. My darling precious gemstones, we are under the lake. That word, unknown, haunts me for some reason. It's as if some understanding is clawing at me from within, but can't seem to find its way out. Today I'll try floating in the deprivation chamber again. We'll see. What is this? For some reason, all true insights come in an annoyingly mundane matter. I didn't have any vivid mystical experiences in the deprivation chamber. I merely recalled one of my nighttime conversations with Red Elk. He had said mockingly, "Are you trying to understand the unknown? That's as absurd as grabbing your shadow to examine it under a flashlight. When you open your hand, it'll be empty, and your shadow will be back on the ground." And everything fell into place. I'll try to formulate a hypothesis in my next entry. Alright, let's... Something tells me that if I go in here, I might not come back. You know what? Let's go. Welcome, test subject. Oh, Eric! Whether you followed my breadcrumbs or came here on your own, guided by some other force, you have reached the end of the road. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I cannot reveal the nature of the experiment you are part of. However, I assume you have some kind of hypothesis about what is happening. Catch you later, Avalon. Take care and stay safe on the way to work. And if you were inquisitive enough, then maybe it's not even too far removed from reality. Alas, I cannot tell you what awaits you here. I do not know. I would only dare suggest that this may have to do with the path you took to get here. But let's get to the point. This is a sensory deprivation chamber, and once this pre-recorded message ends, you'll find yourself in complete darkness, alone with your thoughts. After standing for a while, you may wish to rest. The liquid you are standing in is a regular saline solution. It is impossible to drown. So just forget that and surrender to what comes next. Oh boy. Is this it? Who are you? You pick. Oh. Let's go Red Elk. You're Red Elk. Yes, it is one of my faces. What is this place? You tell me. Oh. Okay. Oop. Well, I'm just going to assume it's his place. Is this your home? My realm. You are in my power. What do you want from me? Remove you. Okay, this is okay. Remove me? You mean kill? You want to kill me? Yes. Alright, we're just gonna get straight up murdered. Oh my gosh. But why? You gave me power, so I can. You take away space, so I will. How do I take away space? Knowledge, connections, agreements, clarity, stability, structure. No vibrations, no fluctuations, no flow, no space. But the power is there. I can, I will. You will disappear. Okay, we're just getting straight up murdered. That's fine. Does civilization leave you no space? So I'm taking away your space by making it more civilized. Yes. Come on, civilization is not your enemy. It takes away freedom and space. Enemy. You're wrong. Even people in the cities still love a good story. They spend billions on movies and games. Legends they don't believe in. They take more than they give. You will disappear. Farewell. Alright, awesome. We just got straight up killed. And now they're having a run. Oh wow. I did not expect to finish the game so soon. So does that mean we get to go back and we can try again? Alright, so alright. Interesting. Kiddo, you're gonna hurt your eyes doing that. Turn the light on. Of course, now I wonder if we hadn't done so many upgrades, would Red Elk have been so angsty at us? And I wonder if they're like, if you give different answers, will Red Elk be a little bit more forgiving? It is an underground. Sweet. Let's... Let's charge the battery for the old deer. Battery charge. She got that apparently, of course. Ooh, wow. What a stream. Run to the car wash. Not a bad. Nice little wagon. What the hell much longer Crocodile Dundee has? This game has definitely no idea. Wonder if there are any more like nightmares. Oh. Okay, it definitely shows us that we completed the game. Well, okay. You do you, Red Elk. Let's just spend all our money on petrol. Why not? scratches. Now the mad Olympic dash car wash. There we go. Making our money back with smart. Actually, let's go downstairs and let's have a look at some of the other endings. Okay. Where did I throw my book? That's right, landed on the floor. Let's pop this back in. Foot. Alien. Lightning. Moon. Triangle. Alright, we'll deal with the customer at the car wash. Otherwise it's just going to annoy me. Rush the Cash! Hey! How you doing? You're just in time. I just finished this game and now I'm going to go through some of the endings. Charge the battery. This game, like, if you've got a PC or a laptop or a Steam Deck, I strongly recommend getting this because yikes. This game is not what I expected. Okay, yeah, already read those. They don't disappear. Cool. So Eric here throws us into the sensory deprivation tank. And then you lie down. And you end up here. Who are you? You pick. Let's go an alien. Well, let's go Bigfoot this time. Are you the real Bigfoot? Yes. My footprints are all over this place. It's great to have you catch a stream, mate. What is this place? You tell me. Alright, let's go to the reverse house. Is this the reverse house? A popular name. What do you want from me? To help. Oh, this. So if we go the alien route, it's a help. Help? How? You are making the power grow. I will help and protect, in secret, unnoticed. The time for answers is over. Go now. Go? But I have so many questions. But of course, the unknown. It's so simple, and it explains everything. Every inconsistency, every hypothesis, aliens, Bigfoot, that damn pyramid, everything. And the fact that our equipment can't pick up anything. And even the strange way Red Elk spoke. How he sometimes reminded me of our neuroanalyst. Oh. So, the unknown is my new hypothesis that explains all the strange phenomena occurring out here. I believe there is a certain force, law, or entity, the essence of which is perfectly conveyed by this name. It is not clear yet whether it's intelligent or not, but remembering Red Elk's communication style, I'm betting on the former. All of its manifestations follow from this name, as does the fact that they are impossible to record with precision scientific equipment, unlike old point and shoot cameras and phones. Simply put, anything unknown that is captured on camera ceases to be unknown by definition, and therefore cannot be recognized as a manifestation of this entity. I've called this the paradox of the unknown. So, if you know it, it ceases to exist. And therefore, this game, if we delve a little deeper into this paradox, I don't think it's all about observation and recording. The presence of an observer and a personal interpretation are important, but at the same time, there must be no stable consensus that could transform the observed phenomenon into universally accepted knowledge. A single encounter is possible, but mass verification is out of the question. This explains the eyewitness problem. Seriously, King Cash, this is a really fun game. And such juicy lore. It also explains the forms this entity manifests in and the circumstances in which these manifestations are observed by eyewitnesses. Nighttime, twilight, shadows, and the urban legends it dons, taking the ideas directly from our heads. I suspect in another culture with different myths, these manifestations would appear completely different. This is insane. This was not on my bingo card for tonight's stream. My hypothesis also provides, I believe, an answer to the question, why here? True, it's a bit wobbly. At the intersection of philosophy and mathematics. At the beginning of time, our knowledge of the world was extremely meagre, and our ignorance was endless. Knowledge grew and reached unprecedented heights. But any mathematician will tell you that it makes no difference whether you subtract 1 or a billion from infinity. The result is infinity. Along with our knowledge, the territory we have developed also grew, and by developed, I mean understood. And if the infinite and mathematically irreducible unknown was once dispersed across the entire planet, it can now manifest only in the boondocks. As a result, the overall force remains the same, but the scope of application has narrowed, thus intensifying their manifestations. Is anyone else? We're all following this, right? Or am I too sober for this? Anyway, yes, of course, there is still the rest of the universe that remains unknown, compared to which our increase in developed territory is negligible. But firstly, we do not know whether this relationship is linear, and secondly, subjects and interpretations. Subjects and interpretations. Yeah, I think I'm a little too sober for that. Without questioning the validity of my hypothesis, I must admit that I still have many questions. Is it is the unknown a sentient or simply reactive? Or
Is it an independent physical phenomenon or a quirk of our minds? Does the unknown exist in isolation from the subject? Or are we an observer and their interpretation the necessary and only conditions for its existence? Or perhaps our minds are merely a nutrient medium. Is the unknown is the unknown capable of defending itself and displaying aggression? For example, if it senses a threat, that might explain the mysterious disappearances. And if so, what exactly does it perceive as a threat? The development of territory? The expansion of methods of objective control? Progress, civilization, and knowledge in general? Or only certain specific aspects? And most importantly, is the unknown capable of influencing the material world? After all, if I find the evidence, wouldn't that make it magic? Okay, we are through the looking glass. Given everything I've realized in recent days, I can hardly expect further contact with Red Elk and the entity he represented. The unknown, by definition, cannot exist where we've already learned something, which means I can no longer study it directly. I'm too poisoned by the knowledge I've acquired, and for the unknown, this is now developed territory. All I can do is monitor others. Yes, the essence of the progress will forever remain a black box for me, but I can still influence the input conditions and observe the final result. Fortunately, the environment here is favourable, and I've already outlined a plan. I'll create a fringe website with local legends, throw in a few contradictory fables, and the first apostles are bound to appear soon. The sensory deprivation chamber can be adapted for particularly inquisitive test subjects. I just need to balance I just need to place the breadcrumbs correctly. Funny, I've come such a long way only to return to my old methods. Only now I know that I'm not embellishing reality, I'm creating it. These are all Eric's. Are they, Eric? For several days, I've been pondering how and where to begin experimenting with the unknown. To do so, I've analysed the patterns this entity most often follows. So, the events the subject is exposed to are, as a rule, quite restrained at first, unless, of course, the subject already believes in something. Then everything unfolds according to a more, shall we say, bold scenario. But usually, this is something that occurs on the border of consciousness and so called peripheral vision, something that won't conflict with the worldview of even the most inveterate skeptic. Apparently, the unknown values the subject's freedom of interpretation. All right, then? And I think this freedom is the trap. If there's something to interpret, then something is really happening. So the emptiness, darkness, and shadows are already filled with something. How high were they when they made this game? What were they on when they made this game? And where can I get some? Even rational explanations, if they leave the tiniest loophole for the unknown, will work to nurture its seed, since every act of cognition, paradoxically yet logically, forms an internal and importantly often unconscious understanding. If we did not know something a moment ago, then that might as well be the case right now as well. And only after gathering strength in the blind spot does the unknown dare to emerge into the light of awareness to say, I've always been here, like Red Elk. Hence the requirement for the location. It must not be too crowded, but not too secluded. Not in the bustling web of the city, but also not in a dense forest where no one ever goes. Having scoured the archives of Cloven Peak, I discovered that Rumours of mysterious phenomena concentrate around the old gas station where I last saw Red Elk. Thanks for the tip. This really is the perfect location. Now all that's left to do is choose a subject. No, can't get back onto my computer. Alright, so we've got credits again. Oh yeah. Okay, I much prefer this song. Oh yeah.
They say there was a power once born before the wheel and fire. It whispered in the river's run.
Wow.
It sang through forest choir. Of time, the stars and deepest roots, a force no man could own. But progress came with iron boots, and it was overthrown.
This is
With every tower reaching high, with every engine's roar, the ancient essence crept away, condensing evermore. Not good, not evil at its core. Those words were forged by men, and one lost road, a broken light leads into its domain. In the mountains,
Oh yeah, we got fireworks.
woods where the weary engines die.
Oh, hang on.
Stands a lonely last gas station, vaping, humming neon
Light is out.
And they say the afterglow lingers, watching from the cloven throne. In that final dead refuge, it still rules the night alone.
This game.
The travelers who stop for gas can feel a breath of cold.
And I guess that's why. So Cash, I'm not sure if you were here when I picked the previous ending. But in the previous ending, I think because we actually guessed. Yes, that's Red Elk. Yes, this is his home. And we got it right. And thus we had that knowledge. I think that's why Red Elk killed us. But by keeping him unknown, we yeah. And we all know that I am listening to this song on the way working. Look, honestly, if this does not at least get nominated for Indie Game of the Year, this is... I am going to do everything in my power to get this game out and about. This is... like, for what it is. Like... I'm probably going to piss a few people off when I say this is Expedition 33 levels of great. All right. Congratulations, you've completed the main story, but you can keep playing or load a save from a previous stage, try getting different. Okay. So we got the good ending. And we got our old background back on the computer. That's awesome. So I'm just going to try now to get the last couple of upgrades for the rest of the stream. I've only got about half an hour left, so... Like, okay, it's not perfect, you know? Like I said, the distance between things like the car wash and... Hey Avalon, you just missed... Like, you'll have to go back and watch the VOD for, like, the second ending that we got, the amazing... Oh my gosh. Like... I am going to do everything in my power to get as many people to play this game as possible. It needs to be recognised. This is, like I said, Expedition 33, like Claire Obscure levels of lore and thought and care put into this game. Like, and I think it's actually on special now at the moment too. Anyway, Avalon, I hope work's treating you okay. Run to the car wash. But like that, like even, you know, trying to earn money and things like that. Like, I never felt, it never felt grindy. It never felt, you know, boring or repetitive or... Like, you know how when you're grinding in a JRPG or something, because this game, like, it keeps giving you new things to do. It keeps it fresh the whole game. And also, like, just look at this game. Good idea, King Cash. It's... like, the way people talk about last year's Game of the Year is how I feel about this game right here. And it's a completely different game. And the thing is, it should be eligible for Game of the Year because it came out April this year. So, I mean, there might be people that disagree with me. You know, it's not... I you know, I guess the graphics aren't as realistic maybe as something like in Expedition 33. But, like, look! Just look at the game. Listen to the music. You read all the story and you go into it and... Oh, we do like cancelled meetings. Unfortunately, with the meetings I have, cancelled meetings aren't good because I am, for some reason, they put me in charge of DEI at work. All right. Whoops. Okay, let's go order some goods. Snacks. Because buying goods isn't that. Those. Oh. Oh, yep, we need more tools. Yep. Tools. Those. Let's just place our order. So, obviously Avalon for you it's morning. Cash, what time is it where you are? Because right now it's 9:30 at night here. Spaces. Actually, ship. Cool. Okay, I think that's really interesting because, like, if I'm watching Crunkle, I think it's the reverse. So I'll be on lunch and he'll be like, what, nearly midnight where he is. Like, well, I hope you're having a good lunch anyway, Cash. Ooh, pop some of those down. I wonder if there'll be any more like story beats or anything, or is it just now just... I think we got all the story beats. Like I said, I saw the ad for this game on Reddit. And obviously I was thinking, you know, it's a Reddit ad. Do I really trust it? But I kept looking at it and it looked so... It looks so interesting. And so I am so glad I bit the bullet. And I did. Oh, we got another achievement. Yeah, I'm so glad that I did, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with people I consider family, with my friends. And to think I didn't want to stream. I was like, nah, it's a bit much, you know, I'll never be good at it, you know, I don't like talking, and but then, you know, if I'm going to be in video games or what, you know, I need to learn how to talk and all that kind of good stuff, so... If I had to... Oh, Selena, you haven't seen Bigfoot. How are you doing, by the way? Wait, you'll have to go back and watch the VOD, because, Okay, let's go to the other side. Alright, Selena, are you ready? Are you ready? There he is! There's Bigfoot! And Crocodile Dundee here shot him. No, Selena, we actually finished the game. Yes, Bigfoot is a dinosaur. I've just been going ad nauseum about, like, for me, this is Indie Game of the Year. Maybe not quite Game of the Year, full stop. I think maybe Pragmata or Resident Evil might get that. I think Capcom have Game of the Year pretty much sewn up. But I reckon Indie Game of the Year, this one. Absolutely amazing. Do I have enough for another upgrade? No, I need 5,000 to get the car wash level 2. But how are you doing, Selena? It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm glad I can stream again. Because I'm making sure I do take breaks because I don't want to burn myself out on streaming. But I did miss playing this game and streaming, and also I had to go back to work today, so... And no one wants to go back to work after a holiday. Good point, Avalon. We do have a lot of games to come later on this year. But at least this game's got to be nominated. Need to get some licenses. It's just... Oh. Awesome. John Wick ballerina. There was a fight scene where two characters were using flamethrowers against each other. That sounds fully sick, bruh. I am totally here for that. Like, we all need to be using flamethrowers. I mean, technically, look at Arthur here. Look, where's the camera? There it is. Look, isn't he a little flamethrower? Whoa. Calm down, Arthur. Calm down. Bro! Trunkle, hey! Oh, we are getting a little crowd in here. That's awesome. That's right, sunglasses. That's what I wanted to buy. No, we're in post game now, Crunkle. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD. I'm popping all the VODs on YouTube for anyone who misses on Twitch. But yeah, I've just been ranting about how amazing the story, the look, the music. Like I said, I've got a few little issues with the gameplay, but pop some glasses out. All right. Actually, let's go back and let's have a look and see if we can't recreate the ending. Just for you guys. So I've got two of the endings. One of them was a bad ending. No, I can't go back. Oh. I reckon if I had to rate this game out of 10, 9.8 out of 10. Like I said. Oh, Crunkle, you want to see Bigfoot? Alright, you ready? Bigfoot! Bigfoot is a cute little dinosaur. Isn't he adorable? And Crocodile Dundee here shot him. Oh, thanks, Cash. That's great. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll definitely be uploading this to... Okay, now... 1 second. I think I've put it in the welcome message. So apparently Crocodile Dundee here has a terminal illness, and that's why he was hunting Bigfoot. According to him. As far as I'm concerned, that's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. Yeah. Actually, let me... Yeah, I caught this Footmore. And... It's worth $500. Oh, Selena, I hope they do DLC for this game. Yeah. Recently there was an update came out. Can't remember off the top of my head what they did to fix the game up or whatever. But they are, like I said, the game came out April this year. So they're clearly still putting a lot of time, effort and love into it. But doesn't that fish look like it should be on OnlyFans? Like, seriously. E-Toast. But yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night. seeing as I have finished my first game on stream. First ever game completed on stream. From start to finish. On stream. Kind of proud of myself for that one, actually. There we go. Cheery! Hey! How you doing? You were here for the post-game content, and yes, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we are on day 69. Goodness gracious me! Everyone's here to come and say hello. This is awesome. Thank you all so much for coming in and saying hi, especially for some of you. It's so early for you guys. You know, please make sure you're all getting your sleep and everything. Don't want to be messing with people's health or anything. I think we're at a record now for, it says here 8 viewers. Oop, rush to the repair shop. So I've got well, I haven't upgraded the car wash yet. Don't have enough money for that yet. Let's charge the battery. Buff that out. Again, I do not think that's how buffing out scratches work. Cherry, doom scrolling is very, very, very bad for you, and I should know because I do it all the time. Now, so I'll ask you guys actually. Let me just bring up Steam here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So, yeah, there's a bunch of games that I can stream and have a look at. There we go. Let's bring up Steam and let's go to my library. So, so this is the other game that's by the same mob that made this game. But just having a look at what we can play. So let's have a look at the store page. A digital voyeur simulator where you watch strangers through surveillance cameras. Interesting. tell you what, I'll surprise you guys with what I come up with for tomorrow's stream. But let's see what this upgrade to the car wash does. Oh, that looks awesome. Let's go have a look at our new car wash. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Anyway, I think day 69 is a good place to finish things off. So, yeah, as I was saying, I reckon if you've got a Steam compatible device, definitely look into this game. I think it's like, I know it's about $14-15 Australian at the moment, and I think you get Don't Feed the Monkeys with it, so absolutely give it a try. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. Just looking at the number of viewers we've got and the number of people we've got in chat, hopefully one step closer to affiliate. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I just don't know what more to say about this game that I haven't already ranted about. So hopefully, so I will be back tomorrow. Like I said, not sure what game I'm playing yet, but I'm sure I'll surprise you all. I do have a lot of Sega Master System games that I can stream. So if you guys would be interested in seeing some of the games that I grew up with, eventually I am going to stream Curiosity, but I'm going to save that for the affiliate celebration stream. Actually, what I'll do tomorrow night is, because I'm sure a lot of you grew up with Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I grew up with Sega Master System versions of Sonic 1, Sonic 2 and Sonic Chaos. So, tomorrow, we'll be diving in to the Sega Master System versions of these games. Because like I've said on other streams, the journey a lot of you had with video games is completely different to what I went through. I didn't know who Mario was until I was 8, you know, and I found out about Mario through a book about a movie. So Avalon, my grandfather had an Atari 2600 that he used to let us play. just to rub a little bit of salt into that wound. Although Pa had a pretty decent influence on my gaming, especially when it came to the PlayStation. So my cousins on my mum's side had a PlayStation, and that's where I discovered Worms. I discovered Final Fantasy VII, Ace Combat 3, those were the games they had. But we went to Pa's place, and he was on my stepdad's side, and he had Crash Bandicoot. He also had the Atari, which really interesting for us being kids. What else? Yeah, he had the PlayStation and the Atari. So yeah, yeah. So tomorrow we'll be having a look at how I grew up with games. In the meantime, let's find someone to raid. Let me have a look. Oh, Ceradonics is streaming, playing IEPO. So let's see. Oops. Yep, let's give her a raid. So again, thank you all for coming along and hanging out. I love you all so much. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Love, you precious gemstones.